Hello, this video is to try to encourage you, if you're buying an upright piano, to buy the very best one you can. We're going to focus in particularly on this Feurich U3, which is our top range new piano. We currently have two of them in stock. This is Feurich's chrome finish. The fittings are in chrome, as you can see, the pedals, the name and other fittings on the piano. They're also fitted with an LED light, which I'll switch on here, which is a nice feature. It shows that Feurich's really thinking about serving the musician as well as possible. Having said that, they did put the LED light on their grand pianos, which we did find it was fitted on here, and we did find it impeded with the movement of the music stand. I like to adjust the music stand on my piano to adjust the focal length so I can play without my glasses on. So we've asked them if they could remove that, and the grands that we have in stock don't have the LED light fitted. Now, the most important thing for a musician, of course, is the touch and the tone and the stability of the piano. And these Feurich U3s are their top range piano. They put German hammers on them, and they've thought so much about the design of the piano that the overstrung stringing here, the bass strings are angled to such an extent that they go to a more central part of the soundboard and also longer. So we can compare that with a Yamaha U3. Let's listen. Very long strings produce a very deep tone, very warm. Here's a used Yamaha U3 reconditioned, and it is a warm tone. Down the bottom bass particularly is not so rich. If you look at the angle of the strings, you can see that they are angled, obviously, the overstrung piano, but in the middle there, if we look at this compared to the Feurich, now we can see that the angle is much greater, and that gives a stronger tone in the tenor area. Let's listen to those notes. Here's the U3. It's a very well designed piano, U3, obviously, but the touch as well. This is a used piano, so the touch is slightly different. I've weighed both the touch on this and the Feurich, and it's exactly the same actually, just on 50 grams. But there's a warmth about the Feurich that's not found on the Yamaha, and certainly the touch as well is more refined, definitely. There's a slightly better design on the action. So this is slightly dearer than the U3. Now the touch here and the tone is, to my mind, superior to the U3. It's been so well designed by Feurich. They really do care about how they design their pianos. We have musicians who go around the country trying upright pianos and come back to buying the Feurich. I would recommend, if you're buying an upright piano, especially if you are a musician, then buy the best you possibly can, because it's not like buying a car, which will obviously after 10 years or so you might consider thinking about buying another one. A piano is for life, and a well-made piano, very, very stable. Feurichs, we've sold them for ever since they've been making pianos, when they were called Wendell and Lung, and have not had any problems with any of them. Now you might think perhaps the value of a new piano is going to deteriorate compared to the value of buying a used piano, but the truth is that if you're buying a piano from us, then the best way of getting the best value back from it, if it's a piano that we've sold, that we've decided to bring into stock in the first place, then I would certainly say that you get the best price by part exchanging or just selling it back to us. We have a lot of pianos come back in, and we give the best possible price to the ones who sell them. As we've made other videos about these, so I want to keep this video short, but there are other aspects of, or many aspects of the Feurich U3 and Feurichs in general that are better in my mind than the Yamaha. For instance, the pedal system here. This is a wooden pedal system, extremely well made and designed. And this is the Yamaha U3 that has a tubular design. It doesn't seem to go wrong at all, but it's more inclined to have squeak problems, for instance. And this system of the Celeste is certainly not as well designed as the Feurich. Here's the Feurich Celeste system. You can see it goes with a different design altogether, much more expensively made. We've also shown how the Celeste on the Feurich lifts out, like some of the wonderfully old, wonderful design old German pianos such as Ibach. And if we look at the Yamaha, now on the Yamaha, some of them you don't have wing nuts. The wing nuts obviously very useful, but you have to undo the nuts before you can lift this up. A small point, of course, but it just is one of the things, and they all add up. So that's a brief look at a Feurich 133 upright piano, and Feurich have put a lot of effort into this piano. It's their top model of upright, and it really is a musician's piano. Many musicians have travelled around the country and come back to decide to buy this one. If you're unable to come in, you live too far away and you really want to buy the best upright piano you can afford, if you want a new upright piano, you can't do any better, is my belief. It feels very, very much the touch like a restored Steinway, so it's really well thought out, very, very even. It's a piano I would be very happy to play all day long. If you listen to the tone throughout the whole range, the most important tone is obviously here. But then the bass, tenor, is obviously very, very important too. And touch is really important. Stability, it's got all of them really. And we've been selling them for many years, selling Feurichs ever since they made pianos really. And we can thoroughly recommend them. We work together with Feurich, 10-year guarantee. We travel to Austria to try and help them really, if we can possibly help them, but there's one or two suggestions we've made which have been taken on board. Just have a quick play on the other one and think about the difference between, this is the brass, traditional brass, and the other one is a chrome finish that Feurich do. So this is the other Feurich 133 that we have in stock, and it has a chrome finish. Of course the finish is not the important thing to us, it's the touch and the tone, and to musicians you'll be much more inclined to go for what it sounds and feels like. And it does feel slightly different. If you're buying a piano and you're not able to come in, then we can correspond and try to match the kind of feel and touch that you want. But obviously coming in is the right thing to do, compare with the other pianos. We have comparison videos with Yamaha and other pianos as well, so perhaps you'd like to take a look at those. But the purpose of this video is really, as I said before, to try and encourage you to buy the very best piano. If you're a musician, then you can't do better than this. And if you're thinking about the value of a new piano depreciating, well, if it's one that we've sold and we've done extra voicing and it's exactly as we want it, then we certainly want it back, and you probably get the best price if you had to resell it from us anyway. We also actually offer a service which I'm going to mention here of if you are moving and can't fit a piano in but don't want to lose it, then we can use that piano if you can let us rent it to one of our clients. We have a lot of academic visitors to Oxford and they want a piano for a short time, so we'd look after it very well and you wouldn't have to pay any storage. That's, we have perhaps about 50 pianos under that scheme. Thank you very much for listening.